Hey friends. So, yeah, not a fun video to make. Not a fun video. This has been so hard to put into a video, but a direct message last night just encouraged me. So, I've been dropping hints. If you know me personally or just as a personality on YouTube or you've followed me for a long, long time, I'm going through a divorce, guys. After 21 years of marriage, almost, I am going through a divorce in the midst of a pandemic and while I homeschool my 3 kids. It's bananas. I laugh because it is so crazy. But I've hinted here and there, and it's just time. It's one of those things, you know how you carry a huge, huge secret and you think, I can't do this anymore. Like, I've got to get it off my chest. I have to be open. I know Jesus is encouraging me to be open about it. It's just scary. It's just scary to put it all out there. But I hope that one person is encouraged or helped by this hardship that I'm going through. So please keep your comments nice, guys. I need a lot of support right now. This is not an easy thing to go through. I will not be sharing every little detail, but I do think it's important. I am an entrepreneur online and I have a following and I'm totally transparent. And it's really hard for me to be transparent in all these other areas and not this. So my husband and I are going through a divorce. We've known that since January and filed for divorce early March and was served with papers right as the stay-at-home order was issued, and we're still living together. So we are literally navigating the divorce process right now together in the same house, under quarantine. Everybody's working from home. Kids are being schooled from home. It has been probably the toughest thing I have ever gone through in my entire life. So now I'm a believer. If you don't know that, I have a relationship with God. I have since I was 17 years old, and I'm 39. So do the math. It's been a long time. It evolves. Faith evolves. Those of you who believe know that. And so that's been really important to me. I will just kind of give you a little bit of my backstory without it going into details because honestly, I just want to heal and I want to get better. I don't want to dwell in the little things. I want to move forward. So why is this happening? About September, I noticed something was off. We had just celebrated our 20th year wedding anniversary, and I noticed something was wrong. I did some search on YouTube or the internet, kind of figured out some flaws that we've got and thought, this can't be true. Like this just, basically it was wounds that were becoming out in the open that hadn't been dealt with when we were kids. So deep wounds that happened to us when we were during childhood that we just kind of stuffed and acted like they weren't there and that we were stronger than these wounds, which I've learned we're not. So, so I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, after 21 years, why are you getting a divorce? Haven't you tried everything? Look at my shirt, it says choose happy on top of it. That is my current mood. So yeah, I can only speak for me. He can speak for him, but I've tried everything to save my marriage. So in September, realized something was really, really off. Kind of went through the fall in denial, but things got worse. So in December, we actually flew to a 1-week marriage intensive in Missouri in the middle of the Christmas season. Thank goodness, right before this whole COVID-19 thing happened. But it was really hard to leave our kids, and that was a traumatic experience in itself. So anyway, we thought if we invest in ourselves for a week, we will come back with a better understanding and on the same page. Well, we didn't. I quickly realized we came home, we still were having issues, met with our pastor, met with our church, was kind of Bible shamed, just to be honest, of how I need to try harder in my marriage and love my husband more. However, wounds from your childhood, guys, is not a marriage issue. That is an individual issue. But I beat myself up until I realized that. So we sought counseling separate. That's when I realized in December, about January, he needs to go to his counseling and I need to go to my own counseling. And we need to experience healing apart to see if there's anything together. Makes sense? So I jumped in with a trauma therapist, which specializes in childhood trauma. And it was amazing. Like, clarity for the first time in all of this, the permission to stop trying harder, to feel my feelings, which prior to September, this is how messed up I guess I was, is that I didn't even know I had feelings. None, guys, none. Prior to September, I had no idea I had feelings or that I could feel or that they mattered. So I have a long road. I have a long road ahead of me, and I am learning every week and just relying on trusting on God and reading scriptures about who He is and His love for me, and just to trust and have faith and endure, persevere through this really, really hard time right now. So counseling was obviously freeing, and just trying to understand what is wrong with me, in a sense that nothing is wrong. Nothing was done to me that was my fault. So lots of emotions. It's kind of hard to explain because I am in this season of healing. It's going to be a long season of healing. And he is doing counseling too that is helping him tremendously. However, we're not growing together. So a divorce is what it is. It's what is needed. I have cried all the tears since September. So I feel like if I'm not emotional, if you're expecting this to just, like, I'm still stuffing feelings, and I'm not. It's just this needs to happen, and it's needed to happen for a while. And I feel like I'm excited for my future, and I'm entitled to that excitement. And who knows? I mean, I don't know what our future holds, but for now, that is where we're at. We will not be living together forever, hopefully. He has his own thing, and I have my own thing. It's just the courts have been closed, and trying to navigate this with attorneys has been a little tricky. So I have my notes over here I'm looking at just to kind of keep me on track. So anyway, that's kind of the why we are where we're at. And once you understand childhood trauma and what you're carrying into your relationships, it just took us 20 years to realize what we were carrying into. That is truth being revealed. And to me, it was being revealed for the very first time. And I can't unsee the truth. I can't act like it's not there. I can't control another person. I can't make them be who I want them to be. And so that's why we are where we're at. So now what? Going forward, I've lost so much sleep. So the bags under my eyes and the dark circles are for reals. I have a lot of makeup on, but it's been a challenge. We've all been home for like 9 weeks now together. So the cool thing that has come out of this, yeah, it's scary. Yes, I am relying on God for absolutely everything. I surrendered everything to Him like last week, and I have to daily surrender to Him because it is so tempting to pick up that pile of mess and want it to work and wanting it to do the things that you want it to do and have control over that, but I can't do that. It's not working. And so it has caused me to be able to dream. It's actually given me permission to dream. Like, what do I want my life to look like? We were married very, very young. We have 3 girls, and I've been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, and I've loved most moments of being a stay-at-home mom. That, again, is hard. It is hard, but by far my favorite job I've had. So I'm going to be a single mom. I kind of am right now. I just consider taking on that role right now. And I want to be available for my girls. I want to be involved in their life. I want to drop them off at school and pick them up and just do all the things that I have been doing for many, many years. But I also love online business and I love entrepreneurship. And I went to college for it when I was 17. Like, it is a passion that has just lived in me. It's kind of evolved. A lot of you have evolved with me. And for the last year, I have this business. It's At Home with Christine. So if you've noticed a pivot from what I was doing before to this, it is a pivot because it's something in my heart that I wanted. It was home organization and motherhood and kind of blending those two things together. And what I really, really want, it's a membership. I really want to create, it's called Redeem. I already know the name of it. It's a paid monthly membership that I'm actually working to create right now. And it will be officially open in a couple months, and more details will come from that. But what it allows me to do is be a stay-at-home mom, to focus on my girls, to be flexible, to be available, and provide consistent, steady income for myself. So, and change this world one tiny membership group at a time. And I'm so excited for the concept of this membership group. I want it to not just have it be organizing our stuff, because emotions, right, have huge things to do with the stuff that we have in our house, or clutter. So I want it to have to do with organization, but specifically the concept of organization as it relates to emotions and relationships and communication. Like, I've learned that with my girls, hard things and just things that have made our life so much easier, but as well as how we view our possessions that come into our home and take up our space. So this membership is going to serve moms. I just love that it is a spirit-filled membership. So we'll get in the Word. We will read scripture. We will have journal prompts. We will have, I'm just dreaming of time where to go live. It'll be a private group. So to go live and talk about life and the things that we're struggling with, and just to open up that chat and that dialogue, because especially during quarantine, guys, I think this is going to last a while. I think I don't think it's going away anytime soon. It might be lifted a little bit, but I think we're like this for a while. So I also dreamed that this group would, a mom would come into this group with the weight of the world on her shoulders and feeling like she's failed at so many things. And as a group, we just come around her and we turn her weaknesses into strengths without any guilt or shame. So order will come from all of this chaos. I am confident. And probably more information is coming on this Redeem membership that I'm creating. So many dreams to go with this membership. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm super excited about it. Anyway, probably the best way to stay in the know is down below in the description box. There's a link to my Facebook group, my public Facebook group. And that's where I go live a lot. I will be going live. I actually have a whole page of ideas that I want to share with you guys. And also I'm going to open it up for a founding member launch. So just if you love this idea, you want to be a part of it, it's a low monthly cost, very, very low. And then, or you pay once and you're forever a member. So I'm super excited for what's coming out of this difficult time. My girls, we're having a hard time. We're all having a hard time. And I think that we've just spent a lot of time just in that. Just feeling like this is hard. Feeling like it's hard. Crying a lot. There's a lot of emotions in our house. But it has taught me the most beautiful way to care for my kids and to be available for them. So even though they're at home and not at school during this, I'm so grateful to have this time with them. We will be able to look back, and I, as a mom, will say, I don't know how I made it through that, but by the grace of God, I did. So that's about all I'm going to share. Guys, I'm going through this process, so it's not exactly easy I think what I just need right now is support and your prayers, because I don't have all the answers. It's causing me to be extremely vulnerable and just accepting of it. It is what it is. And I'm such a positive person. This has been really, really hard for me because I always want to put a positive spin on every situation in life. But hence my shirt. I am choosing to choose happy in the middle of this storm. And so my heart goes out to mamas during this quarantine, but especially women who are going through a major life change like a divorce during this quarantine. So not the most fun of times, but God is moving. He's teaching me grace, patience, love. And I really believe that how we are now is helping us set up how we want to co-parent. And then being confined with each other all the time, you have lots of time to talk. And then what we want it to look forward, what we want life to look like once we are living in different houses and fully co-parenting. So anyway, I don't know what else to say, guys, other than yes, we are going through a divorce. If you don't want to comment, if you want to send me a private message, direct message me on Instagram, or Facebook is kind of finicky. I like direct messages on Instagram, or send me an email. My email is down below as well. You can, we can touch base like that and stay in touch concerning this matter of my life. But I do want you to know that I have dreams and goals, and I am driven, and I want to provide the best membership experience for my members while also giving me time with my children and a steady monthly income. So something I haven't had in 15 years, and I'm really excited to provide for myself. So just hang in there with me. Videos are scheduled, they're coming. It may have been rocky, and I kind of want to apologize for that, but I also feel like I don't have to apologize just because that is my life right now. But I do have big things I want to accomplish, and I don't want to just sit back. So good things are coming. Hang in there with me. If you're going through a hard time too, I am praying for you, and I just want to let you know that you matter. You matter to me, and your emotions matter, and you matter to God, and good, beautiful things will come from this. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this made sense. I'll see you in the next video.